Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 creatures you don't want problems with. We all know animals can be beautiful, magical, and interesting, but some can also be terrifying, and if you see them you should run as fast as you can and call for help. You won't believe how common some of these animals are where you live, so stay tuned to protect yourself. But first, why not click the link in the top right corner to subscribe to my second channel, The Crafty? And why not subscribe and turn on notifications while you're at it? Coming in at number 10, we have Portuguese Man-O-War. The beach is a nice relaxing place to be, right? There's sun, sand and sea, but on some beaches this creature resides, and if you see it you need to run as fast as you can and call for help. It looks like an odd looking exotic jellyfish that is pretty harmless. But make no mistake, this animal called the Portuguese Man-O-War is one of the most dangerous animals on Earth. These jellyfish are from the Atlantic Ocean, but extreme weather can wash them up on shores all around the world. Sometimes they can be washed up onto beaches in the thousands and be very harmful to swimmers and even people sunbathing in the sand. So what makes these creatures so dangerous to us humans? Well, these things have giant venomous tentacles which can grow up to 50 meters in length. With these, they sting anyone who comes near, leaving a red skin mark which can last for 2 to 3 days. But on that second or third day, their venom has actually entered your body, usually taking the person's life. Thousands of people pass away thanks to these creatures every year, so if you see one, stay well away. Next up is Donald Trump Caterpillar. Donald Trump is the second most powerful person in the world, and one of the most dangerous as a result of this. Well, it turns out his animal lookalike is also very dangerous. Now don't worry, this creature doesn't have any launch codes or anything like that, but it is scary for other reasons. In 2016, this fluffy caterpillar called the flannel moth got the funny nickname of a Trumpapillar because of how much it looks like President Trump's hair. But while its nickname may be funny, this animal is no laughing matter. You see, these caterpillars' hairs cause irritation to skin, and they can actually use their hairs to burn people. Touching this animal feels very similar to getting pepper spray, which shows just how scary these things really are. Also, if you see one of these things in a forest, which is where they live, don't just not touch it, run. This is because the slightest breeze can knock its hairs off. Then these tiny hairs can blow through the air and irritate anyone's skin they touch. It's funny, Donald Trump's hair also irritates some people, just for different reasons. Next up is Golden Poison Dart Frog. There are frogs, then there are dangerous frogs, and then there's the Golden Poison Dart Frog. These are the most dangerous frogs in the world, but make no mistake, they're nothing like the regular green frogs you might get by your local pond. These frogs are found in South America and occasionally North America as well. Inside it, the frog has a poison called batrachosin, which is very dangerous. In fact, about 2 milligrams, which would fit onto a pinhead of the stuff, would take about 20 people's lives. But inside the frog, it has enough poison to end the lives of over 40,000 people. The frog looks so spectacular and golden, so many hikers make the big mistake of going near it to photograph it or even pick it up. But those who do pay the price when they find out how scary this frog really is. Next up is tsetse fly. You know the phrase, they wouldn't hurt a fly? Well, this may be true, but that doesn't mean a fly wouldn't hurt you. You may be surprised to see a fly on a list of animals you don't want problems with, but do not underestimate this thing. You see, despite it only being 8 millimeters in size, this tiny speck is actually the most dangerous fly in the world. It's found in Africa and some European countries, and very occasionally in the USA. Instead of just biting or stinging you, this fly messes with something probably pretty precious to you, that being your sleep. These flies bite you and mess with your sleeping patterns. This causes something called sleeping sickness, which is where your sleeping cycle is very messed up. And after about a month, these bug bites usually take their victims' lives. Right now, there is no cure for this, meaning it can be very scary for anyone living near these flies. So if you ever see one of these insects, be sure to run for your life. Although it's pretty hard to spot something that's only 8 millimeters in size, so that could be tricky. Next up, we have the cone snail. This snail is also known as the cigarette snail, and that's not just because cigarettes are also dangerous for your health. This is found in warm tropical waters, and it's known for its amazing shell, which is orange and white colored. They can be seen in shallow areas where the sea meets the beach in countries like Hawaii and the Caribbean. But this is not a good thing. You see, these are incredibly dangerous, as they have 4 6-inch long harpoon-like teeth. If you go too close to one of these things, their teeth will shoot out at you and sting you. But that's not all. Inside their spiky teeth harpoons is venom, which is very dangerous. These are the most venomous snails in the world, and even if you went to an emergency room right after getting stung, your chances of survival are still nil. So no matter how cool these water snakes may look, stay well away from them if you ever see one on a seashore. She sells cone shells by the seashore. Try saying that 4 times fast. Next up is box jellyfish. We've already looked at octopus on this list, but this is not only the most venomous octopus in the world, it's also the most venomous water animal in the world. These can swim around 6 to 11 miles an hour underwater. This may not sound like a lot, but most humans can only swim 1 mile an hour, so good luck getting away from them. Also, these things have crazy stinging cells with tons of poison. They've been known to cause heart failures and even people's nervous systems to shut down. Around 800 people a year are stung by these things, and most don't survive it. The best way to spot them is by their box shape, which makes this jellyfish very distinguishable, but as a general rule of thumb, try and stay away from any jellyfish, just in case. Coming up next is Brazilian wandering spider. According to a study, spiders are most people's biggest fear. Even It creator Stephen King is terrified of them. We all know that Australia has some seriously scary spiders, but it may surprise you to know that the most dangerous spider is actually from Brazil. The Brazilian wandering spider not only looks dangerous, but it is, as it's the most venomous spider in the world. From a long way, they're able to shoot venom at you like Spider-Man himself, only shooting venom instead of webs. But the really scary thing about these guys is that sometimes they sneak onto farms and end up in supermarkets across the world. In fact, in 2008, a grocery worker in the UK found one of these in a bunch of bananas. Yeah, remind me not to buy any bananas anytime soon. Coming up next is saltwater crocodile. Okay, it should be pretty obvious to all of us that crocodiles are dangerous animals. But what about the most dangerous type of crocodile in the world? Well, that would be the saltwater crocodile. These crocs are far more aggressive and are easier to provoke, meaning these animals have a very short temper. They can be found all over Asia and even Australia, and are a massive 24 feet in length. Not only that, these beasts weigh more than a ton, which allows them to take hundreds of humans' lives every year. Even if you're an excellent swimmer, you're still not safe, as these things are known to be able to swim faster than sharks. And despite them being called saltwater crocodiles, they're also found in clear water, so nowhere is safe. Wow, even their name is dangerously misleading. Just be glad these aren't found in Florida, or you might find one in your own swimming pool. Next up, we have Cape buffalo. Despite there only being around 900,000 of these animals left in existence, they're still super dangerous. These can be found in massive herds, meaning anyone who approaches them is doomed. One of their nicknames are life takers because of how many people they trample every year. These can grow 6 feet tall and weigh close to a ton, so trampling on people is pretty much what they're designed for. They can charge at speeds of 40 miles an hour, which is like a car racing towards you. And talking of cars, these animals have even been known to charge at moving vehicles, so keep your foot on the gas. Of course, now there is only 900,000 of these, and the number is gradually going down, but for the ones that are there, watch out. It seems like the only danger these animals face themselves is extinction. Coming up next is black caiman. We've already looked at the incredibly scary saltwater crocodile, but what about its cousin, the black caiman? These are a type of crocodile which nearly went extinct, but they came back in huge numbers, showing their strength. They're known for their amazing camouflaging abilities, which help them hunt down other animals and even humans. And we all know the most dangerous fish in the world are piranhas. Well, the black caiman literally eat these for breakfast, as that's mainly what they eat. These crocs have taken thousands of humans' lives in their time, so if you ever see one, run. But be sure to run in a crisscross line instead of a straight line, as this is the only thing they can't do. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the scariest animal. And guys, definitely check out my second channel, The Crafty. There's going to be a crafty video popping up on screen right now, so click it and check it out. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.